We've got half an hour. Can everyone hear me? Yeah? Okay. Hello, my name is Ben Wyman. I'm the manager of the Research Centre for Fashion Curation based here at the London College of Fashion, which is part of the University of the Arts, London, where we are today. Welcome to our symposium on the artist Gluck. A few housekeeping rules just to begin with. We're not expecting, as far as I'm aware, a fire alarm or any alarm of any kind today. If you do hear an alarm, we'll alert you to it. You can't miss them. What you need to do is go out the way you came, out to the High Holborn Street, and they have a dispersal policy. So the best plan is grab your wallet and leave the building as quickly as you can and go for a wander for 20 minutes and then return, and everything hopefully will be back to normal. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. Please turn your mobiles to silent, thank you. And the toilets, men's, women's and gender neutral. If you go out these doors on the other side of the cafe, there are toilets for everyone who would like to use them. So, to begin with, I'm just going to very briefly introduce the day to everyone and a brief overview of the running order as well, and why we wanted to run the symposium. Today is about a project called Wear It Out. London College of Fashion and Brighton Museum worked together to submit a Heritage Lottery Fund bid for this project. It's been running for a year now. And at the moment, we have an exhibition on at the Brighton Museum called Gluck, Art and Identity. If you haven't seen it, we do urge you to go and see it. It's on to the 11th of March. That's right. The following on from that, opening in June, will be an exhibition called Queer Looks, which takes forward the research and the project that we've been working on for the last year. We've been gathering a lot of really interesting material through oral history with a number of LGBTQ people based in the Sussex region. The Wear It Out project was all about exploring the clothing and identity of LGBTQ populations in Sussex over the last century. And Gluck was our perfect case study. So today is also about a book, and hopefully in your pamphlets that you've received, there is a leaflet for a price reduction on the book that was published by Yale University Press at the end of last year. So please, if you haven't got the book already, I urge you to purchase it, because today is all about the book. We invited the authors who wrote for the publication to talk about their writing and their research, and to sort of maybe weed out a few more ideas about what they had researched around the artist Gluck. So let's just get my notes. So Gluck is now recognized as a role model in gender fluidity and gender non-conformity in the UK. The artist was a strong LGBTQ presence in the UK's social and cultural scene of the 20th century and continues to be so into this century. So as I said, we're working with the academics who have written for the publication. We're also very fortunate to be working with, we invited a performance group called The Drakes, and they'll be working this afternoon presenting a short monologue from a work that they've been working on for a number of years now called the Butch Monologues. And Laura Bridgman will introduce that to us at 3:45 this afternoon. And it will hopefully expand on the work that the presenters will be presenting to us this morning and early into the afternoon, exploring how we present non-conforming LGBTQ identities through biography, through fashion exhibitions. What else have we got to talk about? The main themes that we're exploring today, and that you may have picked out on in the pamphlet, are looking at the biographical methods surrounding narratives and histories of non-gender binary lives, how we curate dress, an ephemera of people who explore sexual and gendered non-conforming identities through art and fashion, and developing new research methodologies to enhance understanding, collaboration, and social cohesion through the arts, curation, fashion, art history, and literature. So Gluck's life will be presented as a case study to be explored first by Gluck biographer Diana Suhami, and then sociologist Jules Clark will both consider various ways of presenting through art LGBTQ lives. After morning tea, which will be at about 11 o'clock, the theme of dress in the artist, absence, gender, and identities will be explored by fashion theorist Elizabeth Wilson, Brighton Museum's fashion curator Martin Pell, and LCF's Professor Amy de la Haye. After lunch, art historian and director of Pallant House Gallery in Chichester, Simon Martin, and LCF's Jeff Horsley will consider different methods of contextualizing and presenting a life such as Gluck's. And after afternoon tea, as I mentioned, the Drakes will present a short monologue and a discussion around presenting non-conforming lives through the presentation of the written word. Just a note, today's speakers refer to Gluck using different gendered pronouns. This reflects a difference in voices and perspectives that you will hear today, and the artist's own desire, no prefix, suffix, or quotes, and in the way she dressed in masculine attire and her personal presentation. I hope you enjoy the day. The first person we're going to work with is Diana Suhami, and Amy will present her.
Thank you. Welcome to London College of Fashion. The Gluck project's been a very happy project. We've had great fun working on it, on the book and the exhibition. And so we're going to start with Diana, whose research actually was the starting point for all of us. Diana wrote the biography of Gluck in 1988, which has been reprinted multiple times since. She's been involved in the project from the outset. Diana's a biographer. She's written work on Radcliffe Hall, Cecil Beaton and Greta Garbo, Mrs. Keppel and her daughter, Violet Trefusis, who was the lover of Vita Sackville-West, and on Gertrude Stein. She was also the star presenter in Claire Bevan's recent documentary called Gluck, Who Does She Think He Was? It gives me enormous pleasure to welcome you, Diana.
Thank you.